Welcome to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. Allegedly.
Holla.
Well, welcome into Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Hayes, with Matt Baker.
That's me.
And Larry Cowan.
What up?
You can find us at avgffpod.com. You can go there, click the buttons, go to the places. You can listen to us on the website. Go find us, support us, like us, love us. All right, one more week, and we have a Super Bowl. I'm starting a GoFundMe to buy the Seattle Seahawks because the owner has come out and said that they're going up for sale as soon as the Super Bowl's over. So
that might actually be an honest, a good idea. I'm gonna create one.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
And just put it up on my page and just see what happens.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're gonna crowdfund.
It'd be the first team with like 8,000 owners.
Oh, it'd be way more than that.
Yeah.
It'd be way more than that.
Is everybody gonna throw in $20?
No, we'll do it. We'll do it like they do the Packers. Yeah.
We'll just let the people of Georgia own the Seattle Seahawks.
The people that go funders.
We're gonna move them out here and go to be the Athens Seahawks. Nowhere near the sea.
We'll do the Covington Seahawks.
I mean, you think about it. Green Bay was a small town. With Milwaukee.
And out here's growing. We got like Vampire Diaries and shit. I mean, could you imagine having the Covington Seahawks too?
Hey, Hollywood of the South.
I'm just saying.
We might have to rename them.
Yeah, that's what I was say. What could we name it?
If it was the Savannah Seahawks, maybe.
Yeah, that kind of it's close to the sea.
You know what? I like that so much. That's what we need to do.
We'll just go with that.
The Savannah be the Savannah
It's
Seahawks.
not too much of a drive.
No, those initials are kind of problematic. Sorry, we'll brainstorm it.
The Savannah Gestapo.
We'll workshop it. But make sure put the price. I'm guessing this is going to be around $6 billion.
Yeah.
So put the max price on there around $6 billion on the GoFundMe
and see how close we can get over the next few weeks. I'm interested. And if we don't make it, I'll refund half of it back to everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll put a stipulation that, look, no matter how much we collect, if we don't make the purchase, we'll refund 45% of it.
Yeah, we'll refund. I'll do 50%. We'll refund
50,
half back.
Good, yeah.
It's an even number, easy to it.
So if we get to $5 billion,
yeah,
you're getting 2.5 back. We're good.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then the other half will be handling fees.
Yes. Takes money to run a GoFundMe.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh my God, dude, that would be hilarious. Start a GoFundMe to buy the Seahawks.
What would be even more hilarious is if it worked and we owned the Seattle.
There's 0% chance the NFL would allow that. Like, can you imagine the three of us walking into Roger Goodell's office to tell him we're here to buy the Seahawks?
So this
garbage
is what
bags full of money. We got it.
We would have to set the GoFundMe at like $6.1 billion, so we could use the 0.1 to get new outfits and a limo and
yeah, we're gonna have to wipe away all the podcasts.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to delete every bit of
just
it.
One podcast, we're done.
They go back and listen to the 3 years ago when we're dissing on Sam Darnold so hard and everybody that owns the
Ugly
Seahawks.
Lamar.
Ugly Lamar. That's really gonna shut us down.
Yeah. They're definitely not gonna let us, and they won't let us. It's a good thing DK's not in Seattle anymore because we're letting me and you anywhere near DK.
Oh yeah, no. He might, if he figured it out and listened to our back, he might meet us there anyways.
No, he'll immediately send a restraining order.
Oh, I was thinking of all the bad stuff we said. I forgot about the good stuff. Yeah, no, it would be. That would be like a made-for Hollywood movie, though. That would be hilarious if you think about it. Just three regular guys start a GoFundMe and actually buy an NFL team. Would that not be a cool movie?
That would be a great movie.
I think that would be really. Damn, and we just put it out there. Don't steal our idea. I'm going to talk to a writer or something. After we get some money in our GoFundMe.
It's another movie for awesome cubes that'll never get made.
It'll never make it.
All right. Well, today we're going to try to hit on some Dynasty buy, sell, hold type players and kind of chit chat about that. I do want to mention that the Browns have hired Todd Monken as their head coach, former offensive coordinator for the Ravens, which is odd. I mean, the talks were the defensive coordinator that they have, and his name is escaping me right now, but they had last year was going to be the head coach, and it was almost a done deal by all reports. And then out of nowhere, they're like, yeah, we signed Todd Monken, which then pissed off the guy that thought he was getting the job, who's now like, fuck these guys. And so, yeah, so there's still two teams, to the best of my knowledge, the Raiders and the Cardinals, who still have yet to sign a head coach, unless something came across the wire that I haven't hit. So if somebody could double check that, just sounding more dumber than I already am.
Back to Todd Monken, though.
Yeah.
You know who that really pissed off? Georgia fans, because they have had a hard on for 2 years, thinking that somehow we could get Todd Monken back. Yeah, they hate Bobo. The average Georgia fan hates Mike Bobo so much.
Well, he runs an archaic offense.
Kinda.
I mean, it's.
I don't think he's that bad. He's just not Todd Monken.
Yeah, he's not Todd Monken. He's not. It's not a lot. I don't watch a ton of college football, but a lot of my family are big Georgia fans. So if there's a game on while we're all together, it's generally a Georgia game. And so I've seen them, and it's like their offense is just. I mean, their offense has never really been revolutionary, even with Monken. It's always been a run first offense, but at least Monken had some interesting motion, some different plays, but he also had players like Brock Bowers,
exactly,
and Stetson Bennett to play. So it's easier to run a more innovative offense when you have very skilled players. And George Pickens when he was healthy, and so. But yeah, I'm sure there was. But Monken, once he's in the NFL, I doubt he wants to go back to college unless he's going back as a head coach. Which
exactly. And now he's a head coach in the NFL. So all your hopes are gone at this point.
And, well, I don't know. It's the Browns. Give it a couple years.
Same as college, isn't it?
He'll flunk out.
Yeah, he'll flunk, or he'll pull like was it Patino that got the Miami job? Was it the Miami job and then like ditched out of there?
Petrino,
that's what it is. Yeah, got the Miami job or the Falcons.
Yeah,
he was the Falcons coach, and then he dipped out to go back to college.
Yep.
Had like 5-6 games into the season.
Yeah. Got fired there. Like
no, he didn't get fired by the Falcons. He just
I'm talking about when he went back to college.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, that was some other stuff with him and a motorcycle wreck with a co-ed and all that.
Oh yeah. Well,
he realized it was harder to get co-eds when you're an NFL coach, I guess.
I believe he's with Arkansas now.
I think so.
As the OC,
yeah. But yeah, we'll see if Monken is like halfway into his Browns tenure. He's like, I'm out. Georgia, you guys need an OC. Oh God. But yeah, we were talking before. It's crazy. In 2026, the Raiders are going to be paying $50 million to coaches that are no longer on the team.
That is insane.
Yeah, that's absolutely bonkers, too.
It really is.
So it's going to be interesting to see who and that's not including the coach that they still haven't hired yet.
Yeah.
So right now it's at 50, and whoever they hire. So it's going to be more than that.
Well, hopefully they can hire a coach that's willing to pay to be the coach, and they can eat some of that debt away.
Yeah. What they need to do is they just need to go. It's a whole group of them. They can just go grab one of those guys and bring them back.
Yeah, they're like John Gruden comes in there, is like, wipe half of what you owe me off, and I'll coach this year.
No, they got a whole coaching staff right there.
Oh yeah,
they could get one of them, get Gruden to come back and be the head coach. Get was it Pierce to come back as a defensive coordinator? Yeah, they can get what was his list from last year? Old Man River.
Yeah. Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll can be the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, keep him on offense.
Or he can be a special teams coach. And then you can bring Josh McDowell, which I guess he's no, not McDowell. Kelly.
Oh, Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly. They bring him in back as the OC again.
Mr. 7-7.
They have an entire. They just like they call him up and like, look. Well, I know we fired you, but we're technically still paying you.
Yeah. So, time to earn that check, baby.
Come on back.
Time to earn that check.
Y'all come back. We're going to turn all of you into one cohesive coaching staff.
Yeah.
That might actually work, to tell you the truth.
As long as they're not sour about being fired and they're giving them the wrong plays and they end up being worse than they were last year.
Oh, God.
They're like, no, we're keeping Gino. Gino stays.
So I'm out. I'm out. Yeah. I think Josh McDowell is also one of the coaches, but he's the OC now at the Patriots back over there. So, but I think he's also one of the coaches that are still on their payroll.
Yeah.
So he's double dipping. He's getting paid by the Patriots and the Raiders.
Yeah.
Apparently half of the league is getting paid by the Raiders.
they all took notes from Bobby Bonilla, right?
I need to check and see if the Raiders owe me any money. I don't know. Did I get hired as a coach of the Raiders?
Right. I'm part of any of their contracts or whatever.
So Bobby Bonilla still gets paid, right?
Oh, yeah.
From the Raiders.
Day.
He actually gets. That is one of the greatest contracts anyone's ever made.
Like 3 contracts. I think he still gets paid by 3 separate teams right now until 2028.
I know the Mets is the main one.
Yeah,
that's Bobby Bonilla Day.
That was the original one.
It's still like $1.25 million a year.
A business, man.
I know, right?
If you go back and look at the details of that Mets contract, it was one of those where it looked good for the Mets at the time because Bonilla was kind of at the peak of his career, and it was such a low yearly type deal.
Yeah,
and then he kind of just fell off as a player. He didn't suck with the Mets, but he wasn't that Bobby. You remember when it was Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonilla were the 2 biggest hitters in the league at that time, but he kind of fell
jacked.
Yeah. I'll never forget that barehanded catch he made in left field, running over towards foul territory. It was one of the greatest catches.
93 or 4 or whatever it was.
It was one of the greatest catches. And he wasn't even that good of a defensive fielder, but that catch was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
remember when Jose Canseco had the ball bounce off his head for a home run?
When he played for the Texans.
Yes.
It's one of the greatest. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. For a home run, too.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little more mid-90s baseball.
Don't get me started.
Sorry.
We're talking about Nolan Ryan beating the shit out of oh God. I can't believe his name is escaping me.
Robin Ventura.
There it is. Just absolutely. And it's funny, if you watch that, Ventura didn't want to charge the mound.
Oh yeah.
He had to, because I think Ryan had already hit a player, or there's something like either that or their pitcher had hit somebody. So it was like whoever comes up first, Ryan's going to hit them. And they knew it. And it's like, well, when he does it, you have to charge. Everybody on the team's like, you got to charge. And it was Ventura. And he's like, I don't want to do it, but I have to.
Can't go back to the locker room if you don't.
But the thing
I don't want to get my ass beat by a guy 20 years older than me at the mound.
Well, then don't charge, because you did and you got your ass beat, bro. You got to commit, though. He didn't commit. Once you charge, he just half-assed it.
He got there and ducked down.
Yeah, Nolan was full on.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like, damn it, I guess I'll do this. Shit.
Got him in the headlock, wouldn't have given that country ass whooping.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. All right, there it is. There's our 90s baseball segment for the day.
It's actually just an average 90s baseball segment.
We don't got 5 minutes on Terry Pendleton.
Okay, first of all, don't even get me started on Lonnie Smith not getting deked out in the World Series. All right. So we're going to run through some players, and we're just going to kind of talk about how we feel about them in the upcoming season, where we think, and this is all a dynasty kind of perspective, but even though it's dynasty, it'll also kind of give you the idea of how potentially people might be feeling moving into the next season. Now, this is a bit early because some of these players we're not sure, based off of potential contracts, moves that are going to be made, where they're going to be, so things could change. So we're just going to kind of base everything off of where they are now and in their situation as it is right now. Unless, as we talk about them, you guys think there is potential for them to go somewhere else or do something else.
Or how you feel about, even if they do, like, does it really affect what his value is or whatever?
Right. So. But the first one I want to kind of bring up is Justin Jefferson. We know about what went on this last year. It was not a great year. He still had 1,000 yards. You
mean the Bucky winner?
Yeah. And he still finished, what was it, in the 20s overall, which is crazy because it didn't seem like it.
Yeah, it was 22, I think,
but
24.
It was definitely a down year. There's a lot of turmoil right now with the Vikings. I don't know if you guys have been seeing a lot of that, with the general manager just getting fired, talking about how they didn't want to him to draft 9. And it's like
I agree.
And he got rid of Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Then they drafted 9, which in his defense, 9 was already there when Darnold got signed. Okay, he didn't get drafted last year. He was hurt, and so essentially they got rid of Darnold so they could play. But the thing is they also drafted him over Bo Nix. If you remember that, Bo Nix went, I think, 12th. No, Penix went 12th. I think Bo Nix went 9th.
Right.
And
right before, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think the Broncos had like 10th.
Bo Nix went 8th.
Oh, 8th.
Yeah, okay. If I remember correctly. And then, but McCarthy went 4th.
Yeah. Oh God.
But and so you got to consider that when you're talking about Jefferson with the turmoil that's going on and whatnot. But another year with McCarthy, potentially getting better, and hopefully, he showed a little bit at the end of this last season.
A little.
There was flashes. Yeah, there was definitely flashes.
And there were a couple good games towards the end with Jefferson where he did try to get him the ball, and I think he knows there were a couple games where you see him, apologizing. I did not get the ball to him enough, where he was apologizing to Jefferson on the field, like, dude, I know I got to get you the ball more. So I think he wants to get the ball to Jefferson. Whether he is skilled enough to do that on a consistent basis is still, the jury's still way out on that.
Yeah.
But how are you guys feeling in Dynasty? Let's go from two perspectives. If you have Jefferson, are you looking to move him? And if you're a team that's looking to pick up a potential top wide receiver, is Jefferson somebody you'd be willing to go after if you could get him at a discount?
Absolutely.
And
if it means just draft picks, yes.
Yeah.
I'd work out something. Because
I'd give up all my draft picks this year out of this draft class just to grab him.
So you give up. Say
I'd give up first, second, third, and fourth.
You would
all of this year just to grab Jefferson.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I personally feel like last year. If you look at the weeks, you separate his weeks from Carson Wentz and J.J. McCarthy. It's clearly target share is the problem. With Carson Wentz out there, he's averaging 9-10 targets a game. But with J.J. McCarthy, he barely gets 7. And not that Jefferson needs that, but he is 7. He's 10 targets worthy per game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like, it's not that he dipped off because of his performance. I think if they work this out, the end of the season, you look at what Jefferson's numbers did. The 16, 17, and 18, he went 8, 5, and 11. He actually looked at Jefferson a lot more, targeted him more. It was J.J. McCarthy target, so it wasn't like it was primo. But like you said, another year, an off season, some practice, a little bit of I could see Jefferson bounce right back up in the top 3 wide receiver numbers next year. But I wouldn't give up like proven commodity talent and picks right now.
Right.
If that makes I'm not giving up a first and George Pickens to get him, or something like that, which I think Pickens has the potential to be.
Would you give up Pickens straight up for him?
That's super tough. That would be one I'd have to sit and drink and think on. That's because on one hand, if Pickens stays with Dallas and CD stays with Dallas, he's really only going to be what he was this last year. But Jefferson can be the one there, and be top 2, top 3 overall. So I probably would.
Let's say they let Pickens go and he goes to Buffalo.
Oh
man,
my God! I would probably go Pickens in that scenario.
Yeah, I'd probably hold Pickens over Jefferson in that.
So
scenario.
you would trade it. You wouldn't trade Pickens straight up then.
I would not give up Pickens to get Jefferson in that scenario. Gotcha. No, I would not. And now, if the Cowboys hold on to Pickens, and I have Pickens, I might.
Yeah, if you're making a run this year,
yeah.
I would say if he stayed with CD, then it was a different thing. But if he goes somewhere with a good quarterback where he's going to be the one that you feel like he's going to be, like he could be the dude.
I think he has the exact potential fantasy points viability at the end of the season to finish exactly where Jefferson. He could be the 1 overall. He could be the 3.
I agree. I think we were talking about we can shift to Pickens for just a second. We were kind of hitting on that. Before the podcast is I think we're all in the same boat that Pickens, if given the opportunity, like this season, if you look at what he did when CD was out, he dominated.
Yeah,
and if he went somewhere where he was the guy, like a la Jamar Chase, a la Justin Jefferson, when he's got a good quarterback, and he was on the team, that he could be a potential top 5 wide receiver. So
yeah,
I would have to agree. And he's God, I think he's younger than Jefferson. But I know there's there's not a huge difference in age.
Jefferson's 26.
Pickens is 24.
Okay,
yeah, so it's 2 years.
Yeah, so I agree. I think all that is basically how I feel also about Jefferson. I'm I'm definitely still a believer in him. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a believer in McCarthy, and I know we're going to get at least one more year of McCarthy.
Yeah,
I would imagine so. It's going to be interesting if they draft a quarterback.
That, or if they go and pick up a middling backup that could potentially, say, I don't think Brissett's going to be available, but say they went and got somebody like a Jacoby Brissett to back him up, a guy that could come in that's better than Wentz.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Wentz.
That could come in if McCarthy starts the season like straight doo-doo, and it's like, because they have a good defense. They had a good defense last year. I think Brian Flores is still going to be there next year as their defense coordinator, and so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the run game. But I also think that run game is very predicated on how well their passing game is.
Oh, it definitely is.
And so if they can find some cohesiveness in that offense, of course they're going to get Hawkinson back. Didn't he get hurt at the end of the year, or am I thinking of somebody else?
He was injured, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so they'll get Hawkinson back. Addison's got some stuff going on right now, but I think he'll be back. So I don't know. They got a lot of weapons there. I think they're a team that's on the cusp that could be a playoff team. There hasn't been a lot changed since they won all those games with Darnold, except the quarterback.
Yep.
So
if they get Kirk Cousins back, I'm all in.
But I think they could go. I think they could make a move to go out for some potential backup that could come in and be a steadying, captain of the boat if McCarthy can't hold up. Who could potentially win games for them?
I think if it is a Cousins or somebody on that level, there's going to be a quarterback battle, and I think they could win.
Well, I think that would be the best thing for McCarthy is if there was somebody that behind him better than Wentz that could push him, because Wentz was pushing him this last year, obviously.
I think Wentz was way better than McCarthy this year.
I don't know if he's way better. Wentz didn't win many more games than McCarthy.
Football wise, he wasn't better. Fantasy wise, he was way better.
I will agree with that. He was definitely
making plays.
Yeah, he was definitely he wasn't a better option to use for fantasy. He was a better option for all the fantasy pieces you wanted.
Yeah.
So exactly. I agree with that. Well, let's talk about quarterbacks. Let's talk about quarterback for a different team. Let's talk about Joe Burrow. Of course, he was injured this year again. It seems like every other year we have to deal with a Burrow injury, which means this year potentially should be a full year of Burrow if we're going to stay with the pattern.
All the Burrow.
But we also had sad Burrow, where his O-line is trash. He knows it's trash. This guy could be the next Andrew Luck, who just says fuck it at the peak of his career.
Yeah.
But he's got great weapons, and when he's on, dude is on, but he's not a reliable player. And as someone who has him in Dynasty, who's been trying to ship him off for multiple years in super flexes, and I'm not asking for the moon, I'm just asking for his price, but I can't even get offers on him. People don't want him that bad.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, I keep floating him out there, and it's like everybody's just like, and I don't know, because when he's the dude, he's the dude, and
I mean, when he plays, he's a top 7 every week.
Dude, I would love to have Joe Burrow on my
healthy, happy
team.
Burrow is an absolute maniac.
Yeah,
there's no question about that.
Probably the best pocket passer in the league.
Do you guys think right now is a potential buy low for him though? Then.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think a lot of people
gladly take him. It depends on the price, but I would gladly take him.
Well, if we're talking Superflex, I think the minimum price that is, I would say, a top first, and potentially maybe a third round pick.
If I'm hurting at quarterback, absolutely, you can have my first.
Especially if it's like you got to base it on like the year draft class you're going after. I mean, this year 2026 draft class isn't like super.
Do you want
stacked? I mean,
Mendoza or Joe Burrow?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot that I'm going to get with any of my top 5 picks that I feel would benefit me more than a healthy Joe Burrow.
Would you give the 101 and let's say Dak Prescott?
Ooh.
Who's my other quarterback? Do I have a Lamar Jackson or Josh
let's
Allen
say Dak is your 1 right now.
Okay,
you're trying to upgrade, and let's say that your 2.
JJ.
let's say your 2 right now is probably
Baker Mayfield,
Brock Purdy.
Okay, so I gotta,
and maybe you got like a Bryce Young also on your bench,
just kind of sitting back.
Yeah,
I'd probably do that mainly for youth.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to gain much. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Mendoza comes out and is the guy, and but I think I know what Burrow can do, and I know what Dak can do, and I get more confident numbers I would feel out of Burrow. Consistency.
So you would pay the 101 in Dak.
I'd pay the 101 in Dak and Burrow as long as I've got somebody that I feel confident.
This draft.
This draft.
Yeah.
Next year,
if you're in a rebuild, you know you're going to be early next year. I probably don't do that.
Yeah, no. If I'm giving the 101 this year upcoming, I don't think it would hurt me that bad.
Again, we're talking Mendoza, which I'm optimistic Mendoza can be good. I like the kid, but he's also going to be a Raider. So
and it could turn your team around from still rebuild or competing in a trade like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That could put you up that extra.
That's true. That's
you know what I mean? Like
and Dak's what 31.
Is he that young? I don't know. I'm just kidding. Yeah. He feels like he's been in the league for 32 years already.
This will be his 10th season coming up, I believe.
Yeah, so I mean it's been a minute that he's been playing. So I think just for youth and longevity. And that's also, I mean, we're going into Burrow's 7th season. So I mean, it's still
Burrow's not that far behind Dak.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
No, I mean age-wise he is though.
We're going into Dak's 11th season next year.
Oh, was it 11?
He's finished 10. He's 32 years old.
Yeah, so he was in the 16 class then. Yeah.
And then Burrow is, let's see how old Burrow is, 32 and 29. So he's only 3 years younger.
Really? Burrow's that old?
Yeah, Burrow's
in
29.
my brain, Burrow's like 26.
Well, he was a 5-year college guy, I believe.
That's true. Yeah, because he transferred and all that.
So, I mean, it's not a big improvement on youth, I guess. But, I mean, I'd still stand by it. I mean, if I made the trade, because it's more of seeing what you're going to do this next year. And that, I think, benefits you more than keeping Dak and maybe getting Mendoza, especially if you got other pieces that aren't going to compete as high. All
right. Well, let's talk about another guy. This dude's dealing with some stuff. And I really don't know how to feel about him. Rashee Rice. I think he's a buy low, but you have to take into account right now he's dealing with some domestic violence accusations that kind of seem like they disappeared. There was a tweet that was made by somebody who claimed to be a girlfriend or something, who showed pictures of stuff that he had done online, and then that all got deleted. Now the NFL is investigating and all that stuff. So I don't think any official charges were brought to the table in regards to this legally. We'll have to see what happens. But if the NFL is investigating and they find any substance to what this is, then they could potentially suspend him again. Regardless, it seems as though he has a propensity to get himself into trouble one way or another. So that gives you a little, uneasy feeling about, regardless of how good he plays on the field, what's he going to do to screw it all up in the future? It's one thing to be a guy who doesn't give it his all the time, fights with teammates type stuff, and it's another thing to be a guy who breaks the law seemingly all the time. So, strictly speaking, in fantasy football terms and moving forward, if you have Rashee Rice, are you looking to move him? If so, what price are you trying to move him for? And if he's out there and say somebody's just saying, fuck it, I don't want to do my team, a late second, I'll deal a late second. Is that something you're willing to take a shot with him? Or is it somebody you're kind of just trying to avoid or get off your team?
I think if I'm not stacked at wide receiver, a late second, that's fine by me. It's not a guy that I'm going after, though.
Yeah, I think talent-wise, he's worth a first. I think the other stuff is really maybe late second's too much. I think an early second. I mean, where's the place? Is the late first something you'd spend on him?
I'd go high second. I don't know that I would do late first.
Okay.
Yeah, because overall, there's just a stigma about him that,
right?
And when he is on the field, especially this year, he's boom or bust anyway. So it's not like
it was lighting it up. I mean, he started out
the
good.
Jamar Chase. Yeah.
And when he first came back this last season, he was like money in the bank. You're like, hell yeah, held on this guy is paying off, and then kind of the wheels kind of fell off.
I'm trying to look into the contract situation. He's going into his 4th year.
Yeah, he's still in his rookie deal.
So he'll be on his rookie deal. But
was he a first round draft pick?
I don't think so.
So he didn't have 5th year option.
So that's what I'm kind of looking into. Like I think he's uber talented. He did miss a full year just about with the ACL tear last year, and of course the all the legal stuff. But I mean, it's like to me, the legal stuff is like kind of second because you see a lot of this stuff get swept under the rug. It doesn't affect fantasy as much as it may affect how we look at him as a person and stuff, but not as far as what he's going to do production wise. I mean, Tyreek Hill went through a whole thing and still put up wide receiver 1 numbers the year he was supposed to be, in all this trouble and everything. So, I mean, I try to avoid as much of that except for when it weighs over, losing time. Yeah. And I mean, he missed his time. What was it last year? He missed 3 games and then tore his ACL right away from the DUI or fleeing the scene of the accident or whatever it was, speeding or
last year, as in 2024.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Last season, physical football season, whichever. But
I don't know. This season's not over yet. So,
I look at him. I mean, he is uber talented. He puts up a lot of points when he does play, and when Mahomes is out there and healthy and he likes the guy, he targets him. He doesn't have anybody else to really rely on as much. So I mean, if he stays with the Chiefs, I mean, you're looking at 10+ targets every game he played before his concussion that put him on the IR, which was kind of weird. Right when Mahomes got put on the IR, so there's not a lot to go on this season. That was pretty decent season for the 7 weeks he played, but I don't know. I'd probably buy him with an early second, just about it, especially if I've got.
What about a late first? Say you're not desperate for wide receiver depth, but it would help.
If I was like, I mean, I don't know if I got like the 1-9, the 110, 111, 112.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get anything out of this draft class that's going to give me the production that Rashee Rice can give me right off the go.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, I feel like if I'm competing or I have a shot to compete in the next 2 years and I need something that I know is going to be good for me, I'll give up
let me flip the
110, 112. Yeah.
If you're in a full-on 2 to possibly 3-year rebuild, would you deal away Rice for a late first this year?
I would.
Yeah, I would too.
I probably would. Yeah, I would. I mean, if I know that
I would try to get their 2027 first.
Yeah, I try to get.
That's what I'd try to get. But if I couldn't get that, I would still deal for whatever 2026 first they had.
That you can get out of it just to get
I'm not sure I'd deal them for a second. That's one of those. I would have to see how the draft fell, who's available, and if it's somebody, it'd be one of those where I'd say, hey, if you can't make this deal before the draft, hit me back up before I make my pick in the second round,
and we'll work it out.
And when the week, depending on who's available, I might make this trade.
Yeah, that's always during the draft is always a good time to make those deals because people get draft highs, man.
Yeah, they get that draft fever. Yeah. I tell any and everybody, your draft picks only get more valuable the closer you get to the draft.
And during the draft.
Because you're going to get into rookie hype season.
Oh, yeah.
And guys that you'd never heard of, you're going to be talking about how this guy's going to be the next greatest running back you've ever seen. And then they get, they'll get drafted in the NFL to a team. You're like, well, they could take over the running back room there. And it's like, this guy barely did anything in college, but he ran a 3.40 and whatever, and now he's getting hyped. So it's like,
how many times have I seen people sell out their team, like sell out their picks, and like I'm making a run now, but as soon as draft comes around, I need those picks back.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I am notorious. I don't necessarily get draft fever, but I do get locked onto guys. So if I don't have picks when draft comes, I'm like, who can I deal? Who do I got on my team?
Want that guy.
Yeah. So who can I deal away to pick up? I try to always find myself back into the draft most of the time, but yeah, I love people who get draft fever. They're my favorite people to make deals with because when I know they get hooked on a pick,
and they're ready.
It's like, all right, here we go. Who can I get? Unless I'm competing. I mean, unless I'm also in a rebuild, then it's like, bro, back off of my picks. I fucking need these. I don't want your garbage for my draft picks, okay? Auto loss.
Dude, I didn't want to say it.
You trying to give me 4 quarters for my...
Look, I give it to him. Dude is active in every league. He always pays everything. But he will stack the biggest pile of trash together. And he gets deals done, man. I want to look at people in leagues and be like, what are you doing?
Man.
You just gave away a top 5 player for 5,
I mean, by Big Mike.
for 5 players that 3 of them will be on waivers next season, dude. God. Oh, don't even get me started. All right. That's the receiver. Here's another one for you. And I don't know what his, maybe you can look up his contract situation, but Bucky Irvin. You know, last season he was out, he was hurt. We waited. We were waiting for him to get back. Everybody's like, this is going to be Bucky season when he gets back. You know, of course, 2 years ago, his rookie season, well, he's still in a contract. You don't have to look it up. He's only in his 3rd year. So he's got at least.
Yeah, he's got a 4-year rookie deal.
Yeah, he's got a 4-year rookie deal. So I don't think he's going anywhere. But, you know, what's the deal? He was trash when he came back. I mean, in fairness to him, that offense was trash.
Yeah. He wasn't there for the good times for that offense.
And Sean Tucker, look, who I like Sean Tucker. I think Sean Tucker could be a starting running back for a team, but I don't want him vulturing my Bucky Irvin touchdowns all the fucking time.
I'm hoping he's gone this season. Like,
I think Sean Tucker's in the last year of his rookie deal.
He still has one more?
He signed a 3-year deal in 2023.
Okay, so yeah, 2026.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
So 26.
No, he's right.
Oh,
so 2023, 2024.
So this should be his last year, yeah.
Yeah, so he may be
He's set to become a restricted free agent in 2026.
Yeah, so that then it just depends on what kind of tender they put against him, whether he's going to get moved or not. Yeah. It's going to be hard if he's a running back. If they put any tender on him that's higher than say a 3rd or 4th round pick, he'll probably still be with the Bucs.
Not. Yeah.
So, but I mean, what are your feelings? It seems like he's healthy at the end of the season, moving to next season. They did get another offensive coordinator down there, so in Tampa. So, you know, I don't know.
I feel like if they can sew up that offensive line and he comes into the season fully healthy, I'm all in on Bucky.
Yeah. Well, do you think he's a buy low right now based off of that? Do you think people are trying to move him?
Yes, I think so. And I think you could get him pretty cheap.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure there's people that's willing to give up Bucky for a 3rd.
Shit.
Maybe a high 3rd.
If somebody wanted a 3rd for Bucky, I would give him all my 3rds.
Absolutely.
I'd give him my next 10 years worth. I'd give all the 3rds from here until the end of Yeah, no, I was thinking a 1st. Like, Bucky's at least worth a 1st.
Well, the smart player, but there's players out there that
if you can get Bucky for a 3rd, I don't give a shit what you think about him. You do that deal because you can turn around and get rid of him for higher than a 3rd.
The 4th,
I can say right now, in my leagues that I commish, if somebody trades Bucky Irvin away for a 3rd, I will veto that trade. And if I don't veto it, I will at least light up the chat with how stupid that deal was.
You believe Big Mike would have gave you Bucky for a 3rd?
Yeah, but it's because Big Mike don't know who the hell Bucky Irvin is.
He wouldn't give me Jahmyr Gibbs for like all my picks. Man, I was so irritated. And then Jake takes over the team and he gets him perhaps a ham sandwich.
Because he played at Georgia Tech, so you're not getting it.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah, I pay a fair price for Jahmyr Gibbs. Go look it up.
That was not a fair price.
It wasn't. I gave up 3 draft picks.
Okay.
What draft picks was it?
I don't know, like 4 seconds and his 3rd.
No, it was not. It was, I gave up at least a 1st.
And you want to veto the Bucky trade for a 3rd?
No, I'll tell you right now.
Just as information, Rachaad White will not be playing with Tampa next year.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I forgot about Rachaad White.
As a thing. All reports saying that they will not be keeping him for next year. His contract's done. Yeah. This is his last year, so he could end up going somewhere else.
The Commanders.
Which, probably.
They'll add another for the record, RB2.
For the record.
Listen to this record.
I gave up. Now, this was back in October when Chuba was still the starter before he got hurt.
Yeah.
I gave up Chuba Hubbard, a 2027 first, second, third, and fourth. I gave up all my 2027 draft picks.
For Jahmyr Gibbs.
Chuba Hubbard's and for Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay.
But
what I'm saying, it was.
I would take that for sure.
But, that's more than a ham sandwich.
So it's a ham sandwich with provolone.
It's a ham sandwich on artisan bread with gourmet mustard.
No, there's no mustard on that sandwich.
Made by a chef.
There's no mustard on that sandwich.
I'm telling you right now, Chef Ramsay made that ham sandwich. All right.
Now you got the win out of that deal. It's not as bad as you were making it sound.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's just as bad as anybody that knows football knows that Chuba was getting expired.
Here's the thing,
a fourth and a third don't mean anything.
You know, in Dynasty, Dynasty people are looking to get rid of running back. So
quickly. I understand.
Well, and the other thing is he's in a full rebuild.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
So,
that's why Chuba helps him so much in the fourth and third.
I don't think he cares much about Chuba.
Don't make sense. I'll give you that.
Listen, look, I offered Big Mike 3 firsts plus a player, and he turned it down.
Look,
3 firsts.
Let's recap. I didn't make the trade with Big Mike.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, what I was willing to give up for Gibbs was way more than what you gave
made
him.
the same offer.
I didn't know he was on the block.
He wasn't. Nobody's on the block till they're on the block.
That's true, man. I reached out to Mike so many times, and then this guy takes over the team. It's just like
Jake's like your friend, bro.
I know. He's like,
how you didn't try to make a deal with him as soon as he got the team.
That's crazy.
You should have been sending him offers.
I didn't realize how much he was into ham sandwiches. Had I known that he was that
motherfucker,
big,
that's a gourmet. That is ham that's flown in. Okay, those pigs. What is it? That's wagyu. That's wagyu ham.
Wagyu ham.
Yes. Those pigs are massaged every day in Japan.
Oh man, I bet it was a good ham sandwich, but it was still a ham sandwich.
You make it. It was not as bad
a deal. It's not
an
auto loss trade.
No, it's a bad deal to me because I would have paid so much more. That's where that's the difference. You want to trade Gibbs?
Yeah. Send me an offer. Send me 3 firsts. I'll think about it.
I'm gonna have to put. I don't know that I have 3 firsts now. I did then, but I've given up.
Hey, at the end of the day, it didn't
this year.
fucking matter because they got knocked out of the first round of the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
because Jahmyr Gibbs fucking shit the bed. It's his fault.
Oh yeah,
So
I won that
league.
Yeah,
exactly. And then in the end, did you win?
I won bling,
yeah, nice. So yeah, in the end, the trade's what killed me.
Yeah, if you had Chuba.
Yeah, because then I wouldn't have played him. I'd have played somebody else and got me fucking points. So you're right. I think Chuba might have scored more points in the playoffs.
He probably did. Oh man, another off turn. My bad. I didn't mean to bring up ham sandwiches, but
Bucky Irving.
Yes.
Yeah.
And no Rachaad White. And if they do or they don't do something with Tucker and they don't draft a running back, Bucky Irving could be an absolute steal this offseason, in my opinion.
I would give a late first if I was hurting at running back.
Absolutely. Yeah, if I'm in a team that's competing and I want running back depth, I'd probably give Jahmyr Gibbs for Bucky and 2 firsts.
You better hold on. I think I have Bucky in that. No, I don't have Bucky in that.
I have Bucky in that league.
But yeah, no, I think a lot of people are going to sleep on him, and because they're worried about the Sean Tucker thing, but you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And like I said, Rachaad White. If they
bring Sean Tucker back, I'm a little more apprehensive. I will say that.
Well, with the loss of White, I think it's not as big a deal. Like they're not going to give. They might not give Bucky all the goal line, but he's going to get all the other work.
He'll get all the pass catching for sure.
I assume they will draft a running back.
They'll probably draft somebody.
Not like. Well, I don't think there is any. Yeah, the guy from Notre Dame. He might be a first-round pick this year.
Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, Love will. I don't know if he'll be a first round, but he'll be a first round dynasty pick for sure.
Yeah.
Unless he goes.
Oh, he might go in the first round.
To Tampa.
That would be horrible for Bucky.
Yeah, that would be pretty terrible for Bucky.
Because wherever Love goes, he's starting.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to throw another quarterback out there. And this is more to just gauge how it feels. I don't think anybody's selling this guy cheap, but it's a little scary. And that's Jaden Daniels. You think about what happened with RG3, his rookie year, and then he got hurt, and then they pushed him, and then he turned into straight cheeks. I don't think Jaden Daniels is that guy, but he didn't look good this last year. Then he got hurt again. Their offense, I don't know. It wasn't very good. And so they've got a new offensive coordinator now. So we'll see what happens with the Commanders. But, I want to believe in Jaden Daniels. I like the kid. In any interview I've seen him with, this dude just seems like he's got a love for the game. He's got a love for being there. He's got a love for learning. He brings different methods of learning to how he does it with the simulating things at like twice the speed that he tries to do with the VR stuff. I think he's immensely skilled, and I've always liked him. So I hope that he can go out there and continue to be successful. But I am a little worried based off of his style of play, based off the fact he's already dealing with injuries, and based off of the organization and how they utilized him when he did play this last season before he got hurt. So we're obviously, if we talk about quarterbacks, we're talking about it in the frame of a super flex league, because if it's single QB, it's whatever. But so how are you guys feeling if you're in a super flex? And is this somebody, even if you had to spend a little bit more than expected, if he's on the block, is he somebody you would go after if you needed quarterback?
If I need quarterback, yes. I mean, I didn't even think about it. The whole RG3 comparison. I mean, they're wearing the same colors.
Right.
Yeah.
That scares me, but it did not enter my mind until you just said that. And I hope that's not.
And it's probably just because he's a Washington, because it's different. I don't think the current Dan Quinn, I don't think they pushed Jaden Daniels the way that Shanahan pushed RG3 back into on the field when he shouldn't have been back out there.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that that's the case, and that's probably a big reason. I mean, RG3 has come out and said that was a huge reason that ended his career. But there was also things about RG3 where he didn't want to watch his own film and get criticized for it. So there's a little ego issues with RG3, which we can still see today, and him as a person that I don't think are part of what Jaden Daniels is. Mm-hmm. So there's that aspect as well. I think Jaden Daniels has got a far better head on his shoulders and a far better attitude about playing the game. And I think he's a far better skilled player than RG3 was. But you just worry when these guys that are uber athletic get injured
multiple times
in such a short period of time, and very early on in their career. So, I don't know.
I hope it's not a trend, because through 2 years of college and his first year, he was extremely explosive and dynamic.
Absolutely. And his last year before he got drafted was one of the best years you'll ever see a quarterback put on paper in college.
I'm definitely buying him all the place. The Washington Commanders as a whole kind of is what offset me this year. With last year, their run game is really, I think, what helped Jaden Daniels do so well fantasy-wise and play-wise.
You keep saying last year, and my brain keeps thinking this past year. You're still talking 2024.
Last
season, excuse me.
No, you're right, because this season's still technically ain't over. But in my mind, it is. Last year,
2024.
What did you say? 2024.
So they had Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson, who were both healthy and both doing really well, pass game and running the game. And then this year they don't have either of them. And Krosky Merritt didn't really step up much. He had a couple. Chris Rodriguez, he's already been in the league a couple years and hasn't done a lot, but he's done well. There's not been
That's somewhere love could go. I don't know what the draft capital.
Oh yeah,
I don't know where Washington's
right
draft
now
pick is.
he's ranked 10th overall.
Wow, I don't know where the Commanders are drafting
at.
I would love that.
Yeah, that would definitely be good.
Mm-hmm.
I got to start diving into the draft stuff.
I got 2 weeks of life, and then I'm going to be like football again. And I got to get past the Super Bowl.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still super hyped and all, but yeah, I think a lot of the run game that they didn't really have this year allowed the offensive line to look kind of shitty and stop a lot of Jaden Daniels.
And there was the holdout with the wide receiver,
McLaurin.
Yeah. He held out all the preseason to try to get paid.
I like the hand gestures, like reach. Yeah,
like this guy.
Yeah, the guy that catches balls like this.
The one he's this guy who's on the Commanders.
He catches balls like this. Is all the Commanders.
I didn't realize who you were talking about till you did this. That's when I was like, oh, McLaurin. Oh, okay,
I knew that'd get you there.
That's what did it.
So there was that. They don't really have a number 2 wide receiver as of right now. Nobody really steps into that role.
There's a lot of missing pieces that they got.
So their O-line isn't the greatest. So they got a lot of work to do.
Debo wasn't bad though.
Oh, that's true.
Debo wasn't bad.
He wasn't. He was basically their one this year, because I don't even think McLaurin really.
McLaurin only played 30% of the games.
Yeah, and then he got hurt.
Twin injury and all that stuff. Yeah.
So I'm with you. I'm obviously going all in. I even in a rebuild last year before the season started, between 24, 25.
Yeah.
Even in a rebuild, I spent hella draft capital to get Daniels on my team, knowing that I was going to not be able to get draft picks that last year and still be in a rebuild, because of how much I believe in Jaden Daniels.
I feel it's fair. I think if they can do anything in this season, in this offseason, going into next season, that kind of shores up the running back. Even if they can hold on to Debo, I think the wide receiver's not terrible.
Yeah.
No,
but I mean, it's one of those
I retract that, because I 100% forget the Debo's there until you brought it up. I'm glad you reminded me of that.
So I feel like that's more what once they get that kind of worked out, I think Jaden Daniels is back being a top 5.
I mean, how many games did Jaden Daniels play this year? So
like 5 or 6.
Yeah, so he didn't really
6 or 7.
He didn't even really. Him and Debo didn't really get to play together much either. So
he had Mariota out there most of the time. So
yeah. So yeah, I'm a believer in Jaden Daniels. He's somebody I'm always going to be. If I'm in a league and I don't have him and somebody's got him on the block, I'm inquiring. What do you want? What are you looking to get? Is there anything I got you want? And if we can make a deal, that's how much I believe in him. So,
and I would expect them to pick up another wide receiver also, maybe day 2 or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe even in the offseason, there's a couple that are going up.
Yeah.
That'll be free agents this year that are potentially worth looking at.
All right, let's move to some running backs, and this is going to be a tandem. They play for the same team. Moving forward, what are your feelings with Kyron Williams and Blake Corum? We saw the jump in usage with Blake Corum from last year to this year. He's obviously far more involved in that offense. Kyron was still decent. He was like RB 16, 19, 17, something like that. And Blake Corum was really good. And then you had Devontae Adams that was basically getting all the touchdowns. So I think that really put a damper on, because that's really what Kyron's strength had been for a long time. But what are you looking at moving forward? Are you trying to move Kyron and get Blake Corum? Are you holding and just saying, hey, I got what I got, I'll just ride what I can unless I get an insane offer? So what are we talking about with these guys? Where are you guys at?
It's so tough. It's really tough because Kyron Williams, being a low draft capital guy, has already outlasted the trends in the first place. But, he was really effective for 2 seasons.
Well, he signed
maybe 3 seasons, right?
Who, Kyron?
Yeah, he came on about 3 seasons
Well,
ago,
yeah. So it's been longer than that, but yeah, he's been their top guy for 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I think he's been with the team for 4.
Usually when you see these 1-season breakout guys from the late draft capital guys,
they fall off.
Yeah, fall off pretty hard. Yeah,
he just signed a 3-year deal this last year, 2025.
Yeah,
so $33 million. So he's there. He's there for at least this next year. And
Right.
Corum's on his 3rd year of his
rookie deal.
Yeah,
third
he'll
year
be
of his
on his
rookie year,
third,
so he's
yeah.
going to be there. I think what we saw out of them the last half of the season, that split, that nearly 50-50, Kyron a little over Blake, and then Blake a little over Kyron. It's that's what we're going to see out of it this next year.
Why wouldn't they run it back? I mean, look how far they got with it.
Exactly. I mean, it worked out really well, and it started looking really good for both of them at the end of it, especially when Devontae Adams went out with the injury, and then, you got Puka, who's just a monster out there. And, so, I mean, I feel like whatever we got out of them from week 7 to the end of the season, that's what I would expect out of Kyron and Blake, and spend accordingly on what you feel they're worth at that point, if that makes sense.
And the real question is Stafford going to be there to run that offense?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, that's going to make a difference,
I think
too.
that'll change everything. If Stafford's there, I still feel good about it. If he's not there, who's going to be the quarterback? Because
Stetson Bennett.
Yeah. They have the Falcons draft pick. And so, but I don't think,
but
there's no quarterback outside of Mendoza that's really worth going. I don't think that, McVay is going to want to go after. So, I do think Stetson Bennett there. They still have Jimmy Garoppolo. If they want to win a handsome contest, they got that shit in the bag with McVay and Garoppolo on the same team.
Oh, man. I'm surprised they haven't entered into it already. They need well, I don't want to get into that. It's a different podcast. We'll get into that.
You know what, though? There is a dark horse quarterback coming up in this draft, Trinidad Chambliss.
Yes.
Did you watch that guy play at all this year?
I have watched some of his highlights. I heard about him, and I'm trying to remember exactly who he played for. But I do.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah.
God, he's so good. The thing is, he's doubted because he played at a junior college, didn't really break out till like season 6. But oh my God, he was good this year.
But I think even at those smaller schools, he dominated.
He did. Yeah, he did.
So it wasn't like he wasn't very good and then finally broke out. I think it was just he finally got the opportunity to play at a top school.
If I'm not mistaken, he might have won a national championship at the lower level.
I feel like it was kind of the kind of same thing as the Cam Newton story, but longer.
Yeah.
Cam only played 3 or 4 years.
But right now he's going like round 3 and later in projections. So
I don't know that he fits what McVay wants at quarterback, but it'd be interesting to see because
he's a mobile guy. But McVay, he's a great.
I've never seen McVay with a mobile quarterback.
Yeah,
who knows what he could do? But he likes those statues. He has 3 of them on the. Well, I don't know. Stetson's not really a statue.
Stetson's
He'll use
pretty
his legs.
mobile, actually. Yeah.
But
But he doesn't have the arm like Stafford, so
no.
I think that's the guy he likes. He likes those California dudes, big arms.
Yeah. All right, here's one for you. This one's interesting, and the only reason I bring this up is because on one of our Facebook groups, our Dynasty Facebook group, somebody put in there who's somebody you're targeting as a buy low if you're a contending team.
Okay.
And people were listing a lot of the people we're talking about here, but then I went in and put Joe Mixon. I know that Joe Mixon didn't play all year. I know that he's been non-existent. But here's the thing. I think you can get Joe Mixon for a song right now.
Yeah, for nothing.
For next to nothing.
Yeah.
Just be like, I'll just take him off your team.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And
throw him in the trade.
And a dude came in and gave a laugh react and roasted me for it. And I thought it was a smart thing because like nobody brought it up. And so I'm trying to figure out I even went and looked and see, did Mixon retire that I didn't know about it? Yeah, I know that he didn't play all season. I don't know what his contract situation is. And maybe he's done. Maybe he's toast and he'll never play again. I'm not saying go and spend a first for Mixon.
Hell no.
Yeah, but if I can go and spend a 3rd round pick during the rookie draft for somebody who's got Joe Mixon,
a 4th or 5th,
or get him as a throw in on a trade.
I'd spend a 3rd and a 4th to get Mixon if I'm in a contending team.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't care about 3rd or 4th. I really don't give a shit about them.
I don't either. I don't.
Yeah, if I'm doing a deal and somebody's like throw in that 3rd, I'm like done.
Dude.
I will not hold back a deal for a 3rd round pick.
Bucky Irving with a 4th.
Yeah.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I've made
there's
good
value
picks.
out there,
There's value in those rounds.
Yeah.
But if it's not,
that's the only 4th you've ever had that hit, though. That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. It's like
I mean, most of them don't.
In 16 years, you know,
but
it's
it is
like
possible.
Oh yeah, no doubt at all.
But if you go back and look at previous drafts and look at all the players that are drafted in the 3rd. 80% of them are bums. And it's,
go after running backs in those rounds because
our tight ends.
There
tight
you
ends,
go.
Late tight
but
ends
the turnover on running backs is so insane these days.
It is. And guys, the funniest thing about running backs, and this is why I really shouldn't get rid of them as quick as I do sometimes in dynasty leagues, is because they'll be on no radar at all that you could ever find. And then there'll be a game where the top 2 running backs will get hurt in that game.
Yep.
And then Johnson
Smith, Vidal.
Sean Tucker.
Johnson Smith McBob, who played at Sister Mary's School of the Blind, well, they'll be like, we signed this guy to an unrestricted or an undrafted thing 5 days ago, and he'll come out and run for 200 yards.
Yep.
So it's like
that's the NFL these days.
Yeah, and then you'll be like, I had that guy on my roster. He was on my taxi squad, or you'll go look and see if he's on waivers. And he's been there since he got drafted.
Nobody's even looked at him.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so
I've done that many times because I usually, when you get those late round guys like that, I hold them for 2 seasons, maybe 3. And then it's like, all right, well, he's 4th on the depth chart after season 3. I'm going to drop him. Yeah. But then now those guys come up valuable.
Krosky Merritt. Like, who the fuck heard of Krosky Merritt? Oh. Because he's a college guy. Yeah.
Buzz was talking about him.
South Alabama.
But I'm not saying he did great, but there was a point this last season where you could have got a 1st round for Krosky Merritt out of the right person. So somebody was desperate enough that had given you their 1st round draft pick.
Especially after his 1 good game or 2.
2 good games, But they came late. One was at week 17.
Like if I get an orphan dynasty that's trash, the very first thing I do is deal away all starting running backs that I don't care how old they are. I deal them away for whatever their value is.
Even in like season 2 or something.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say if I evaluate this team as a 2 to 3 year rebuild. Now, if it's a team I think I can flip in a year, no. But if it's a thing that says it's gonna take me at least 2 seasons, I get rid of every starting running back that's on the team, and then once I get the picks in young wide receivers or quarterbacks, if I can get them, if it's a super flex, then I go and I stack my roster with as many backups and 3rd string running backs that I can squeeze on my roster, and then as soon as those guys hit value, I deal them away for assets. I don't even look at running backs until the season I think I'm ready to compete. And then I'll go and trade away everything I have that I don't want to go get starting running backs. Because to me, running backs are the easiest thing to get in Dynasty.
It is now, absolutely.
When you're ready to compete. Last year, I have a team I was running. I couldn't even tell you their names right now because I cut them after the season was over. That's how bad they were. But I was running running backs that were giving me like 2 points a game. on a rebuild. I got rid of
that was Krosky Merritt. You just mentioned him a minute ago.
Chris Rodriguez.
Yeah, because it's like.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Yeah, it's like look, if you want to tank, I always tell people if you want to tank in Dynasty, don't bench good players. Get rid of them. And then when the guy comes up to you and goes, "Hey, you're playing why is Will Shipley?"
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got. Because this team right now, Will Shipley is the only running back I have on roster. That is it. I have not even on my taxi squad.
How many draft picks do you have?
I got the 102, the 112, the 202, the 210, the 211, the 212, 302 to 307 to 310.
You can definitely pick up a lot of running backs with this.
But, and then what I'll do is I'll stack running backs. And the reason I have no running backs right now is just because I dropped them. I mean, there's players available if I want to. I could go try to pick up some of these guys. If it was a season, I would go try to pick up running backs off of free agency. But I just got rid of them. But the thing is that this is one of the worst rosters I ever took over. And it's the first year I had it. And I know this is a 3-year minimum rebuild. Unless I hit on a lot of these draft picks, which I don't, I would have to hit on like 6 of them. So,
well, I've done that before though. I'm like, I'm gonna just take it easy for 2 years, and then the next year I'm like, wow, this roster looks pretty good. I'm going for it.
Yeah, and so I'll be drafting, and I'm going to try to move some of these picks for next year's picks. I probably will use that 102 for sure. But like the 112. During the draft, somebody's going to want that pick.
102s, that's your Jeremiah Love right there.
Yeah, or if they don't, unless the quarterback dude's taken. Yeah, whichever. Mendoza. Yeah. But I'll get Mendoza or Love based off of what the draft picks are looking at now.
Yeah.
So Mixon's injury was a non-football freak foot injury.
Yeah, that's what's scary.
So the rumors are that it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the foot.
Oh, really?
That isn't healing properly. So
how the fuck?
So that's the rumors. It's not. There's no.
Was he in the military trying to get out? And he's like, "Fuck the Texans."
I don't know what I'm trying to better understand because without
like I said, it's definitely a risk. I wouldn't spend anything over a third for me.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking into what I never really considered looking. I put him on my pup or put him on the IR.
Yeah.
In the places I had him, and I didn't try to get him in a year, and he's not coming back. I didn't care. So now I'm actually trying to look into it, but it does say that the rumors are self-inflicted gunshot wound to the foot. So that's just rumors.
Yeah,
they're probably right.
It is non-football.
Did you get it off of Reddit? Because if it's on Reddit, it's right.
Yeah. I'm no false rumors on there.
I read it on 3 different sites, none of which I'm going to accredit right now. I'm just going to say they all said the same thing.
One of them I had to go to the dark web.
Oh yeah, definitely.
One was 4chan, the other was Reddit.
I don't know any of these pages.
And the other was Dave Portnoy's personal site.
Oh yeah, I think Ian Rappaport. No. But yeah, no, I mean it's definitely a good spend if he does come back, because I feel like he is better than what Chubb showed us he is this year, and might be a little better than Woody Marks. I don't know. Woody Marks had some flashes, but I'm not super sold on him, if that makes sense. Like,
there was people,
and it could be that
people
whole
have been
offense.
asking like, what is Woody Marks' value? And some guys like, I don't know, I'd trade a late first for him. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And there's 0% chance I trade
there's
late.
too much risk involved.
Yeah, Woody Marks is what, a 4th or 5th round draft pick who did not. I mean, he was
Yeah,
I mean, but he was nothing special. And I've seen guys dominate at 4th round picks and the next year get replaced.
Exactly.
Absolutely,
So,
I mean, who knows? CJ Stroud may get replaced. We don't know what the quarterback situation is.
I'm going to tell you right now, between the 3 of us and the 2 that are listening, if they would have put
Davis Mills in
at halftime of that game, I'm not saying they win, but I'm saying they probably would have won.
It definitely would have been a lot better. Yeah. I feel that Stroud isn't everybody. He had a good rookie year. Don't get me wrong.
Look, Stroud.
But the defense has figured him out, and they kind of shut him down. I mean, it's
after his rookie season, I'm like, this dude's legit. And then last year he was not good, and then this year he's not good. Yeah. He had moments, but Davis Mills looked better.
He was way more consistent
than Stroud looked.
He owned the offense a lot better.
Looked better.
The offense looked better. Yeah, everything looked a lot better. Yeah,
that's a potential team for Trinidad.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, you could probably get him in round 3. So
yeah,
why not take a chance on him?
They got a shot at it.
Who's going to go? Who should go after Trinidad is the Steelers.
Yeah,
probably
because they
give him a season to develop.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
if they re-sign Rodgers,
they're not going to have
next year or whatever.
Yeah, they're not going to have a top draft pick, so they need to try to find some of these diamonds in the rough.
And a name like Trinidad, he probably does like ayahuasca, so him and Aaron Rodgers can hang out.
He may not do it, but he's got an uncle.
He's going to hang out with
He's got an uncle who's got it.
Oh yeah, there's something there that's a connection. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Probably got some voodoo in the family.
All right, we'll hit on one more, and then we'll roll up out of here. So I'll give you the option. We can talk about DK, Marvin Harrison, Egbuka, or Daniel Jones. Who do you want to talk about?
I like all of them. I mean, I don't like all of them, but I like talking about the potential
the discussion of all of them.
Well, let's talk about Marvin Harrison Jr. The generational,
that's the one I don't like.
The generational talent, the son of a Hall of Famer. We don't know who the coach is. We don't even really know who the quarterback is right now for Arizona. So there's a lot up in the air, but let's just talk about him as a talent and as somebody that we're willing to either invest in or get the fuck away from. Say you're somebody like me who had the 101 and took him in a rebuild, and now you're sitting here with a couple teams with Marvin Harrison. Are you looking to deal him away? And if so, what are you looking to get for him, or are you willing to try to get him on the cheap?
I will say this: I'm glad I got Malik Neighbors and not Marvin Harrison.
Yeah,
that wasn't the same draft class, was it?
Yes.
I'm going to pretend it wasn't.
Yeah, because I think I drafted a little after you that year.
Okay, so the only thing I'm going to look at as far as this year is concerned is Marvin Harrison weeks 6 through 17. Only played 2 games fully, and those were all the games that Brissett was the quarterback. Mm-hmm. So in weeks 1 through 5,
so he was hurt.
He was hurt he had concussion. He played.
Wow.
He did. Week 8 was their bye. So week 7.
Okay, in the full games he played with Brissett, how did he do?
He had 6 targets, 10 targets, 12 targets, and that's the only full games.
Okay.
Anything over, he had 61% in one game. He had 7 targets, and then he had 50%. He only had 3 targets.
How did he do with those 10 and 12 target games?
He caught 7 of 10 in one game. He was wide receiver 6 on the week. He caught 3 of 12 one game. He was wide receiver 23 on the week because one of them was a touchdown.
Yeah,
and then he caught 2 of 6 in week 7 against Green Bay, and he was wide receiver 40. So he didn't play week 11, week 12, week 14, week 15. He was injured week 6 and only played 20%. Like there's a lot of. I think right now is a buy low, personally.
Okay.
Because
what does a buy low mean to you?
Yeah.
A buy low is somebody you can purchase.
No, I mean is a buy low to you an early first plus, a late first?
I think if you can get him for a late first, early second, or anything behind that, less than
I don't
that.
think you can get him for a second. Even with people like me who don't believe it.
But I'm just saying, like, if you could.
Yeah.
I think
absolutely.
I would
if you could get him for any second, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this draft class, if I can do the 1-7 or later, for straight up from Marvin Harris, I would do it.
Okay.
And that's not even knowing who the quarterback is going to be. I mean, that's saying that.
Yeah,
I'm still puzzled.
Or that coach, or the offensive coordinator. Or we have none of that shit right now.
With Kyler Murray out there, I mean, he averaged 6 targets a game and only caught 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah.
But that's Kyler Murray. So I mean, once Brissett got out there,
I don't know. Like I don't want Kyler.
No, I know. Yeah. I don't want.
I don't think that dude wants to play football.
I don't think he's going to be there. That's another thing in my head too. That's why I think that it's a good buy right now. I think you can get him lower than you're going to mid next season. I think we could be looking at a guy that's a wide receiver 2. He's going to be like wide receiver 18, wide receiver 17 by midseason next season. I think. Like he's got the talent. He does look
from
soft.
Your lips to God's ears, brother. Because I have 4 or 5 teams with him on it. I take too many orphans, man. I get sucked into so many rebuilds.
Right now, he's wide receiver 32.
Yeah.
And ranked ahead of Michael Wilson for some reason.
Oh, that's because Michael Wilson didn't happen until he wasn't playing while Brissett was in there. So, I mean.
Who? Oh, you mean Jerry Rice?
Oh, yeah. Jerry Rice Jr. Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Sr.
I think a lot of people are potentially going to give up on him, and it's been a short ride with a shitty offense and a shitty quarterback.
Listen, the potential is still there.
Yeah.
He is the son of Marvin Harrison. He was the number 1 wide receiver in his class. The guy was electric in college. Yeah. I mean, he is an Ohio State guy. Yeah. All of these guys work out somehow, but for some reason, he's the anomaly there. It could still happen.
This part, like I said, he didn't really play with Brissett. Brissett made Trey McBride look like the best tight ends ever played football. Mm-hmm. I mean, gave that guy more yardage, more targets in the season. I mean, and Brissett's not even that great of a quarterback, if that makes sense. Like,
no, he's not.
So I mean,
absolutely not.
You're looking at like,
and they were behind so much that he had to throw the ball.
And imagine if Marvin Harrison had been part of that, McBride would not have looked as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was getting 6 to 10 targets a game with Brissett out there. The 4 games he played with him, I don't know. I just think that had Marvin Harrison been healthy all season with a healthy Brissett all season, we'd have been looking at him at freaking wide receivers 14. Instead of 30 something, or maybe even 12.
Holy shit.
Maybe.
If they can cut Kyler Murray before June 1st, they'll save $35 million.
He's getting cut.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that he's gonna get cut.
I didn't I was just making sure. Yeah, I thought he was going to be out regardless, but I didn't realize that they can save that much to cut him before June 1st.
He's out.
After June 1st, it goes way up.
Kyler Murray's going to start for the Dolphins next year.
I'll make the prediction that he's not playing football next year.
You think not at all?
No, Kyler.
I think he's playing on the Mets farm team.
I don't know.
At this point, it's probably a good move. Go back to baseball.
Yeah.
Try that out.
He's going to become a professional gamer.
It was athletics, right? It was athletics. He was drafted by.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah,
athletics. Yeah.
When you come up with shit off that off the top of your head, I have to remember that you're a card guy.
Yeah, that's the only reason I remember. It's just like I know Tom Brady was drafted by the Expos. It's weird that's
actually. While it's true, I don't know. I forget. I read up on that. There's a weird stipulation there where it was like
it was never really official, but it ended up working out that way. Yeah,
yeah. Like he could have.
That's the whole. Yeah.
The real question is, why did they give him a second contract?
Kyler?
Yeah.
Because they're the Cardinals, and they're one of the worst run organizations by ownership in the NFL.
They said, look, here's the deal. Either we sign him or we get Rosen back. So what do you want to do?
They brought in, they brought in Kingsbury at the time, and I think Kingsbury was like, I can work with this guy.
Oh, dude.
That's when they put the clause for him. They put a clause in the contract about his, he's going to watch so much film and stuff like that. But Kingsbury, to be honest with you, Kyler, if he was motivated and whatnot, like that first year with Cliff Kingsbury, he was dynamite.
It wasn't bad.
He was like he was a top 7 fantasy quarterback, and Kyler's style of play fit well into that Kingsbury system. But it just, attitudes and stuff. And like I said, people don't realize because they're not a big name organization, but the Cardinals their ownership is horrendous. They're as bad as any ownership in the NFL. They're one of the worst in that regard. So Kingsbury
developed Mahomes in college.
Yeah.
So they thought for sure this guy's going to come in.
Kyler.
We're going to take a Big 12 quarterback, Oklahoma guy, followed up Baker Mayfield out there at Oklahoma, So they thought we're going to get that air raid system going here.
Yeah.
And this is the guy to do it.
See, Mike Leach is the only one who can really run that air raid with any kind of
RIP.
RIP. But I mean, his system worked well for Jaden Daniels his first year, and it kind of fell apart in the second year. That's really what it boils down to. He has very simple route concepts with wide receivers. If you look at the route tree that is run in his system, it's basic as shit. It's like a route. I've heard other people call it like a route bush. Like he doesn't. It doesn't really. Once people tap into it, it's like there's only a handful of options that they're going to run out of each set that's going to be easy to defend and shut down. And it's like you think that it's innovative based off of the fact that it's spread. They want to run fast. They want to do all the stuff, and it's an air raid concept. But at the end of the day, it's a really basic offense that gets torn down pretty fast.
Yeah.
And when you don't have innovation and you don't have quarterbacks that, I don't want to say Jaden Daniels, but he was hurt, but you don't have quarterbacks that are,
over 5'8".
Well, if you have a guy like Peyton Manning, you have a guy like Tom Brady, these guys who are very cerebral, and experienced, you're running with two young guys when you ran with Kyler and you ran with Jaden Daniels, then they can go out there and they can help you make your offense better. Adam Gase was the offensive coordinator for Peyton Manning, and we saw what Adam Gase became after Peyton Manning.
Shit.
Yeah, so we know that Peyton Manning was driving that offense. We know that Tom Brady was driving his offense, and so it's a lot to do with how they were able to interpret things and then change things as well within the
Bring
system.
him in like, show us what Tom Brady taught you.
Yeah.
Show us what Peyton Manning taught you.
Yes, absolutely. All right, well, there it is. There's a breakdown of some buy sells or whatnot. Next week we'll have a Super Bowl to talk about. Let's go ahead and give our predictions while we're here. We got Seattle playing the Patriots. And it's in San Francisco. Which they had to take down Brock Purdy's banner hang outside the stadium to put up Sam Darnold's, which just had to kill for them to be rivals or whatnot.
Ginger Cuz, by the way. Ginger Cuz.
His dad was the marble, or his granddad was the marble man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Sam Darnold's grandfather, his name was
Dick Hammer.
Dick Hammer.
Dick Hammer
That's
was
his grandfather's name, yeah. He was an actor. He was the look him up, dude. You can make a movie about this guy.
There's
Dick
no way
Hammer.
that's not a stage name.
That's
his real name.
Yeah,
that's a porn star name.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure his real name's like Richard Hammer, but
it was still Dick Hammer.
If somebody named me Richard Hammer, I'm gonna be like, no, my name's Dick Hammer. Thank you very much. Yeah, and people wouldn't be able to call me Dick or Mr. Hammer.
No,
when they
it's
address
Dick
me,
Hammer.
I get the full government, Dick Hammer.
Why they call you that? Let me show you.
Yeah, but this dude was the Marlboro Man from those old school commercials. He was actually starred in a TV show where he had to be a captain of a firehouse. So so they sent him to a fire station.
Well, he got his hose apparently.
Yeah, he went to. But check this shit out. So they sent him to a fire station to learn how to be a captain, where he was kind of like with them, and then he did one season of the show, and then quit the show to go be a fireman.
Really?
He enjoyed the fireman so much. He's like, fuck this TV shit. I want to be an actual fireman. Like, I'm telling you, man, you start looking into the lore of Dick Hammer, it's insane. And that's Sam Darnold's grandfather.
1964, he was an Olympic volleyball player.
Yes, that was also that.
Wow.
Look at him. He looks like a Dick Hammer.
He does.
That dude's chiseled out. He's freaking Dick Hammer all the way.
And he's got a foot long.
No, it's definitely. It's at least an East Wing.
So if somebody makes this movie, if it's not just called Dick Hammer, don't make the movie.
It should be called Richard, and then in parentheses, Dick Hammer. They need to kind of like, I mean, it shows his name as Dick Hammer. There's no Richard.
So maybe it's not
Dick.
Richard. No, look, the movie's got to be Dick Hammer.
I was looking, is he related to Army Hammer? But they are not. No direct relationship.
That's crazy.
How many hammers are out there, man?
There's only one Dick Hammer.
There's only one Dick Hammer, yeah.
Wow.
So therefore I'm actually on with the Seahawks. I think Dick the grandson of Dick Hammer is going to win a Super Bowl.
It's going to come out of Sam Darnold.
Well, what a career, man.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It really is.
All the shit that Dick Hammer did in his life. Yeah.
No wonder Darnold's seeing ghosts in his early career.
It was his granddad walking around with his big swinging Dick Hammer.
He didn't know what was going on. No, I'm going to say the Seattle too. Seattle takes them. I'm going to also 32-24. I'm going to put a score out there.
I don't think it's going to be that high scoring, to be honest with you.
I think it will be. I think it'll be 32-24.
I think it's high scoring.
The Patriots offense has not impressed me in the playoffs.
They haven't.
Yeah,
but I think their defense is going to get a defensive score in this.
It depends on
and Seattle
Drake
defense
May's injury.
I think it's going to be.
It's mostly feelings, so he'll be okay.
I'm thinking it's going to be 24-13.
24-13. Okay.
Seattle.
Gotcha.
I'm going 31-28. See, on my live stream last night, I went with Seattle, but you showed me that graphic.
Yeah.
Where the traveler. Well, you take that. That was an accident. I didn't mean, because I wanted to do the research first, and most of those teams that they said
so you made that up.
No. I stole it from somewhere else.
Okay.
But he hasn't researched it.
I went and researched a little bit of it.
They have
most of that's not right.
All the people who won was right.
Yeah.
I haven't.
All the people that were wrong wasn't right.
Oh, was it?
They had Pittsburgh winning 2 Super Bowls in the last 12 years. Or 15 years. And I know for a fact that's not right.
They won. I'm pretty sure Roethlisberger won at least 2 Super Bowls.
I didn't think he did. I thought he only had one under his belt. That's why I wanted to research it before I sent it. But I opened up our text message. It was there. I never sent it. And then this morning when I went to write, it just sent it. So I was going to research it before I actually talked about it. But
I don't know. It kind of looks right, man.
I think one of those years they say Pittsburgh won, the Patriots won. And I don't know for certain though.
The Patriots and Pittsburgh can never play each other.
Pittsburgh beat the Patriots. Yeah, I mean the Seahawks, and then they beat the Cardinals.
Yep, both of those are right.
Ravens beat the 49ers.
So maybe the years don't match up then.
Ravens beat the 49ers in New Orleans.
Yep, that was the year the lights went out.
Yep.
That was the Har Bowl.
That's the night that the lights went out of New Orleans.
Yeah, that was the Har Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just hadn't researched it. It didn't seem right to me, so I didn't want to send it.
Patriots beat the Seahawks, obviously.
Yeah. They beat the Rams.
You didn't let Beast Mode run it.
Yeah, the Patriots beat the Rams. There's also that one on there.
Yeah, I believe this is right.
Is right? Oh, well.
But basically, the thing says that every team that has to come from the East Coast to the West Coast wins.
Yeah.
Which it seems like it's always easier.
But the trend is, at least for regular season games, that West Coast teams win like 70% of the time in night games, just because they are more adapted to the time. Yeah.
But they suck in afternoon games, like the 1 o'clock games.
Yeah, because they're just waking up.
Yeah, that's one time they're
getting out of bed. So you said 31-28. Who you got winning then? You going to hedge your bet and call the other team here so you're right on at least one of your podcasts?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. And you'll be the only one going with the Patriots in our podcast. So
fuck it. Go to the Patriots.
All right. So
one of the podcasts I can brag about it.
Yeah, which one gets listened to more?
I doubt we got any. What was his?
Good. I picked the safe bet for that one.
Hey, but here's the thing: there's no crossover fandom probably. So whichever one you can just be like, yeah, that's my prediction. That's what I've been saying
the whole time.
Definitely didn't say the Patriots ever.
And on our podcast, we'll agree with you.
Oh, all right. Well, there it is. We are done. We'll talk about the Super Bowl next weekend and some other bullshit we can come up with.
We can make the whole thing about the Super Bowl because
please just know
I'm talking about 3 to 4 commercials at least.
Just know 13-3, man. Please.
God, yeah, I want a high scoring game. I don't trust the Patriots offense right now.
Yeah.
So, well, there it is. If anything we say or do helps you get to the average place in your leagues, that means we did our job because when you finish average, you don't finish last. We hope you guys have a good one. Enjoy your Super Bowl weekend, and we'll talk to you on the flip side.
Later.
Deuces.
Holla.